woman means sifting through all the things that society has told us about how we should be feminine, how we should be weaker, how we should, like certain things, and choosing the things that are really important to us and rejecting the things that aren't, and trying to shape our own identities despite all the things that we're constantly being told in the media and by our own peers and by men, and by women also, and trying to choose the things that are just really crucial to our own identities.
We are so often defined in terms of our relationships to others as being daughters or sisters or wives or mothers. And if we choose not to be, for instance, wives or mothers, that will be thought of as somehow lacking or incomplete.
Being a woman means the right to be me. And over the years, I've become really tired of other people defining what it means to be a woman. And I appreciate the dialogue that women have amongst themselves about what that means, and the discourse that happens around that definition. But I think ultimately what we need to do is look back into ourselves and define what it means to be a woman in our own bodies.
I remember being probably 8 years old and really psyched that I wasn't born a boy. By the time I was 10 or 11, very influenced by the outer world and started being told what it was to be a woman.
Feminism means equality to me, plain and simple.
A year ago, I thought it meant angry, mean, only certain women deserve certain things. Totally did not understand an authentic definition of what feminist can mean.
I think it's a really confusing term for a lot of people because there's a underlying normalcy to the amount of oppression that we encounter on a daily basis. And when oppression is your normal, seeing people as being conscientious, political, social, loving beings is something outside of that and is dangerous. And so, to me, calling myself a feminist, and a Chicana feminist in particular, means I'm part of a continuum of struggle and of revolution unfulfilled.
To me, a feminist is a person who advocates for social and political and economic rights of women to help achieve equality between the sexes, which is sort of a textbook definition, but I think that it very well defines a feminist.
It means that we celebrate women.
I consider myself a feminist because I think that my gender and all the people who identify as women are just as equal to men in every way.
I do consider myself a feminist because I'm always trying to point out discrepancies between the sexes, and I'm always doing what I can to help change inequalities.
Of course I identify as a feminist. I have a vagina and a brain.
100% feminist, proud to be so. Thank goodness, I'm glad you asked me this question today and not a year ago, because I wouldn't know what to say, because I still didn't understand the power. Heck yes! I am totally a feminist. Righteously so.
There are a lot of pressures put on women from society, and a lot of things that we're just expected to do or to know or to feel. And even in your own relationships, you might encounter things where you thought it would be a certain way because society gave a dichotomy of what men and women or other relationships are like. But you can't count on those things. You need to make your own choices and figure out how things really are for you as your own person.
I think my advice to young feminists is that you need to recognize your own power, and you need to realize that you, as a female or even a male or whatever you define yourself as, you have a lot of individual power, and you can change whatever you want to change because you have something that no one else will have, and you can do whatever you want to do.
Don't sit idly by. To continue to challenge and question issues and images that you see on a daily basis, whether it's the way that you're treated individually, whether you see it as a general thing that you can share and have a dialogue amongst your friends about. If you hear something from someone across the table from you and challenge them, or on a bigger scale, challenging something or someone that you see.
My hope for the future is that we have the ability to talk to one another in a meaningful way.
To empower our young girls to love themselves with whatever it is. No arms or rolls or pimples or dark skin, light skin. To empower our older women to feel gorgeous with their wrinkles. To stop photoshopping out Madonna's wrinkles at 55 years old. And to start praising what life really is and being kind to ourselves and being kind to each other.